This is our world. 6.7 billion people live here. I am one of them. I know we're supposed to tell the world about Jesus, but doesn't the world already know?
Walk through any city in the world and you can see crowds of people. But there's a difference here in the heart of the 1040 window. Here, most of the people have never heard the name of Jesus. More than 60% of the world's population lives in an area we call the 1040 window. Reaching from northern Africa through the Middle East and into Asia, the 1040 window is home to 4 of the world's major religions: Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, and animism. It's also home to the fewest Christians. Some people see it as a closed window. We see it as a window of opportunity.
Here in Southeast Asia, we see tremendous growth of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but there are still amazing challenges. Most of the people here have never even heard of the name of Jesus. And I want to thank the church members sending missionaries, financial support, prayers, their involvement, because they care about people, and I want to thank you for your generosity.
More than 65 million people live here in Thailand. 95% are Buddhist. Fewer than 1% are Christians. There are just a relative handful of Seventh-day Adventists. Bangkok, Thailand's capital, is home to some 13 million people. Established in 1767, Bangkok is a blend of modern and traditional, but it's a city that's moving rapidly toward the modern and secular. Throughout the city are hundreds of temples or wats, a testimony to the city's Buddhist heritage. Despite having an Adventist presence here for more than a century, there are still only a small handful of Adventist churches. But that's changing with an exciting new global mission project, Hope for Bangkok.
When we started the Hope for Bangkok project, we began the project with 9 outreach language centers which reach out to the people of Bangkok, building relationships through the study of English. Now we are up to 21 new congregations using a variety of methods to reach out in Bangkok and give hope to the 12 million people who live in the city.
An hour or so north of Bangkok, an Adventist missionary family is reaching out to their friends and neighbors. While Scott and Julie Griswold and their family are sharing their faith in their neighborhood, their work is reaching much farther. Scott is the director of the Global Mission Buddhist Study Center.
So as we are trying to share the gospel, we are trying to give people an experience with something powerful, with a living God that they don't have. They have a lot of good knowledge, they have a lot of interesting things, but they don't have a living God to turn to in prayer. So we're using prayer, we're using any activity we can possibly do that will give them a taste of what God can do for them.
Some 30 years ago, Cambodia was a country in conflict as a brutal regime devastated the country, killing nearly half the population and displacing thousands who fled to refugee camps along the Thai border.
Each person got a story to tell. Each family has a story to tell of their lost family members during the war.
Many refugees never returned to their homeland, but a handful of Cambodians found hope in Jesus and returned to share their faith. Today, the church in Cambodia is growing. Global mission pioneers, dedicated missionaries, and church members with a faith they can't help but share are carrying a message of hope to people in the heart of the 1040 window.
Matthew 28 gives us an invitation to become involved in the good news to the world. Here I am at Angkor Wat, an ancient site that represents 2 major world religions that began in India, Hinduism and Buddhism. It's located in Cambodia, a place where recently we have just established 170 plus new congregations. Great success, but it also reminds me of the multiple millions of people that still need to be reached across Asia with the gospel.
The mission field is wherever there are people who have not invited Jesus into their lives. It's all around us. But for today, Cambodia and Thailand represent the challenge and opportunity of the 1040 window, the most unreached area of our world, a world Jesus sent us to reach.
These stories that we've listened to are wonderful testimonies to the commitment, to the support that you give to mission. And I want to thank you for that support. It's been untiring over the years. You've given so much, and it's that support which makes it possible for us to enter regions, countries in this huge territory of the 1040 window, such as Cambodia, where until just a few years ago we really had nothing. But our work isn't finished yet. What does God ask of you and me? Well, He says, I have a mission for you. I want you to be my witnesses. And He asks of you and me that we be faithful to that task. And that really is my appeal to you. We could not do the vast work that has to be done, with an eye particularly to the 1040 window, unless we have the continued ongoing strong support and faithfulness of each one of you. I would ask of you to continue to remain focused and strong in your commitment to see to it that we complete the task which Christ has given to you. Thank you for your commitment, and God bless each one of you.
Please pray for the people of Cambodia and Thailand, and please pray for those who are carrying a message of hope to the 1040 window.